Hello everyone, this is Rich Yamamoto, and in this video we are going to take a look at enabling terminal only mode on the Chameleon 20, which is a braille display from APH in partnership with HumanWare. And this is a new feature in version 2.2 that came out, I believe, either this week or the week before. And so we're going to look at how to do this, and I'm going to take you through the steps, and we're going to see if I can get this working. I'm not going to connect it to any devices, or at least that's not the plan, because my phone that it is connected to is on the opposite end of my room, and I didn't think that far ahead. But we are going to get started, and so what I'm going to do for the first part of this is turn on speech. And we're going to go through this step by step. So I'm going to turn on speech by pressing the previous thumb key and the space bar, or one of the space bars.
Speech on. Editor.
I'm hoping you guys can hear this, but if not, I'm going to hold this up to my mic and let you hear.
Braille editor. Terminal. Library. File manager. Calculator. Date and time.
So my speech is on.
Editor.
And so what we're going to do now is we actually need to shut this thing completely down. And so I'm going to press and hold the power button on the left side of the case, or of the device.
Shut down.
And it vibrates twice and it asks shut down. And I'm going to press one of the space bars
Okay.
to get to OK, and I'm going to press enter.
Shutting down.
And it says shutting down ... And we're waiting. And it vibrates twice, and the braille display is fully popped up now. Nothing there, except for, full cells and stuff. So what we need to do now, and bear in mind when you do this, this will disable all of your settings, like all of your speech settings. Your voice profiles will be removed. This thing only supports one Bluetooth and one USB device at a time. And USB will always take precedence. So if you're connected to a Bluetooth device and you decide, hey, I want to hook up to USB, but I also want to hook up to Bluetooth, you can't do that. So it's automatically going to switch to USB, and the only way to put it back into Bluetooth is by unplugging it. Okay? You're also not going to get any speech from this point forward. So I'm going to assume that you have relatively decent braille skills, and we're going to continue on from here. Now, we have to go into the diagnostics menu to do this. And so to do that, we are going to press and hold, this is the Chameleon, the volume up and power buttons together. And it vibrates and it says recovery mode, and I release the buttons. And now it says starting with a little twirly thingy there, and then it shuts back down. So now we're ready to run this thing in diagnostic mode. So we are going to press and hold the power key on its own, and it says starting, and the thing is spinning. And I'm going to read the options that it pops up with. So, we're still waiting. It is still starting. Okay. Well.
Vibrator test. LED test.
Okay, so we do have speech in this menu. I forgot that we do have speech. So we have LED test.
Vibrator test. Audio test.
We have vibrator test, audio test.
Headset test.
Headset test.
Beep test.
Beep test.
Keyboard test.
Keyboard test.
Wi-Fi connected. Keyboard test.
Okay.
Manual braille test.
Manual braille test.
Braille cells test.
Braille cells test.
Typing test.
Typing test.
SD card test.
SD test.
USB drive test.
USB drive test.
Wi-Fi test.
Wi-Fi test.
Bluetooth
Bluetooth test.
Clear profile.
Clear profile.
Clear user data.
Clear user data.
Factory reset.
Factory reset.
Export logs.
Export logs.
APH version 0.2.0. Terminal only mode off. Import user content. Export user content. Import configuration. Export configuration. Close.
So, there are a few options here that are irreversible.
USB drive
I'm going to
test.
go
Bluetooth test.
back here.
Clear profile.
Clear profile, that is irreversible,
Clear user data.
as well as clear user data and
Factory reset.
factory reset.
Export logs.
So, if for some reason you have to go in here, be very mindful of what you're doing, because if you hit the wrong thing and you wipe all of your data or you do a factory reset, that's not going to be good because you can't undo any of that. So anything that's on the internal drive, any Bluetooth connections you might have set up, any Wi-Fi connections you might have set up, any voices you might have installed, all of that is going to be wiped and reset to factory defaults, okay? And there's no going back. So be very, very, very careful when you do this. There are also export options, so you can export these things to an SD card if you want to do that before you go in and sledgehammer this thing. So the thing we want to do though is go to terminal only mode.
Keypad version. Terminal only mode off.
And we're going to press enter.
Terminal only mode on.
And now we can just
Close.
close out of this,
Shutting down.
and it says shutting down. And I used 456 space to get to the close button. I could have also done space E, but because I'm holding this in a very weird lopsided angle, that's not going to work. And it vibrates and the display pops up. So now if I turn this back on, it vibrates and it says starting. And I think it's going to start in terminal only mode now. How this works, I am not quite sure yet, but we will see here. And yes, now it just says Braille display. So we are in terminal only mode, and we have no Wi-Fi, we have no TTS, we have no nothing. This is just a terminal mode for the Chameleon. And so what I think you can do now is, assuming everything had worked, it would connect to your last Bluetooth device. So my iPhone was connected, and so it would connect to my iPhone now. However, like I said, my iPhone is locked, and it's not really in a convenient place for me to connect it. So I'm not going to test that right now, but I will show you how to reverse this now. So I'm going to press and hold the power key. It's going to ask shut down. I'm going to press space to OK, and it says shutting down ... And now it's in uncontracted Braille. It reset my Braille settings, because now it's going to interface. It's going to show the Braille based on your your host's settings. So this thing is going to be hosted. So the host device will, based on the Braille settings on the host device, it is going to do what it does. So now I'm going to press and hold power and volume up again. And it pops up recovery mode. And it says starting, and it's going to turn off again, like I said, because it's basically just putting itself into a recovery mode. Yep, it's now off, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. So then it says starting with the circle going around and around and around, as you do. And we are waiting for it to get to the diagnostics menu. And here we are, diagnostics menu. So now I'm going to go to terminal only mode and turn that off. Hit close and it says shutting down. And once it shuts down, I will turn it back on and we will see that that it goes back to the main menu. Now it says starting again, with the little spinny icon thing to indicate that it is booting. And now it says editor. And if I press
Speech on. Editor.
speech is back.
Braille editor. Terminal. Editor.
And happy days. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off.
Shut down. OK.
And press OK.
Shutting down.
Shutting down. And with luck, this should be... Bam. It is off. So that is how to enable terminal only mode on the Chameleon 20 from APH. I hope this was helpful for you if you use a Chameleon and you aren't really into all of the other bells and whistles like the editor, the Braille editor, the file manager, the Daisy reader, all of those things. You don't have to have those. All you have to do is go into this menu, and it seems advanced and clunky, and in truth it kind of is. But once you have it set, you don't have to do it again unless you really want to turn it off and go back to normal operation. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, you can leave them in the comments section. And until next time, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.